We're diving into some powerful stuff today, huh? Resilience, believing in yourself, achieving dreams. We've got some awesome quotes lined up that really pack a punch, all condensed down to their essence.
Yeah, it's like a motivational boot camp for the mind.
Totally. And one that really jumped out at me was that idea of setbacks actually being setups in disguise. Like, what if we could actually be grateful for those tough moments? It reminds me of that story, about the athlete, I think it was a runner, who completely bombed at their qualifying race.
Oh, yeah.
But instead of giving up, they used it as fuel to completely revamp their training and ended up not only qualifying the next year, but setting a new personal record.
It's amazing how our brains can work like that, right? What we might initially perceive as a failure can actually be the catalyst for incredible growth.
Absolutely. So I guess, how do we actually shift our thinking to see it that way? Because it's easier said than done, right?
Totally. It all comes down to reframing. Like, instead of looking at a setback as this big, scary failure, what if we looked at it as data, as feedback?
Oh, that's good data.
Right. Like, it might sting in the moment, for sure, but ultimately, it's refining us. It's showing us where we can adjust, where we can improve.
Ooh, I like that refining.
Yeah, it's not about just bouncing back, it's about bouncing back better. And that process, that refinement, it often happens in those quiet battles no one sees, which is another gem from the material we're diving into
Oh
today.
my gosh, yes. Those internal struggles. We've all been there, right?
100%. Everyone faces moments of doubt, those internal battles that can really make us question ourselves.
Absolutely. I remember when I was first starting out, trying to find my voice.
Hmm.
And I kept comparing myself to everyone else thinking, oh, I'm not good enough. I'll never be as successful as, you know,
The comparison game, it's a trap.
the worst. It took me a while, but I finally realized that those inner battles were actually a sign that I was growing, that I was pushing myself outside of my comfort zone.
Exactly. And that's such an important point. Recognizing and overcoming those internal challenges, that's where true strength and resilience are forged. It's not about never having doubts, it's about having the self awareness and the courage to work through them.
Which kind of leads us to that other big idea that kept popping up in these quotes, believing in yourself. Okay, I'll admit, sometimes that phrase can sound a little cheesy.
Oh, for sure.
But I think there's a reason it's a message that sticks around, right? It's got to be more to it.
Definitely. It all boils down to self efficacy, which is basically your belief in your own ability to learn, grow, and achieve things. When you cultivate self efficacy, challenges become less intimidating, they become opportunities.
It's like you putting on those growth mindset glasses we talked about before. You start to see setbacks not as threats, but as chances to learn and get better.
Exactly. And that shift in perspective can make a world of difference in how we approach our goals, our dreams.
So how do we actually do that? Like, how do we take all this motivational goodness and actually apply it to our lives?
Well, I think a good starting point is to think small. Like, what's one tiny goal you can set for yourself today? Something you know you can achieve. Maybe it's finally cleaning that one drawer you've been putting off.
Oh my gosh, yes. That drawer is judging me.
Or maybe it's, going for a walk, trying a new recipe, anything that gets you moving in the right direction. And here's the key. When that inner critic inevitably pops up, because it will reframe those negative thoughts.
Love it. So instead of saying, ugh, I can't do this, it's like, okay, I'm learning, or I'm getting better at this, one step at a time.
Exactly. And maybe even jot down one of your favorite quotes from today's deep dive, the one that really resonated with you, and stick it somewhere you'll see it every day, like on your bathroom mirror or something.
Oh, I love that. A little visual reminder.
Exactly. Surround yourself with those empowering ideas.
So to wrap things up, here's a little something to ponder. If you truly believed in yourself, without any limits, no doubts, no fears, just pure, unshakable belief, what's the one dream you'd be brave enough to chase? Think about it.